Good evening and welcome back, Speed Gaming fans. We're back here for Game 2 between Zeb316 and Glove. My name is Eddie, and joined with me on comms right now is DJ Webb. DJ, how you feeling?
Well, got a little bit more energy in my body, some, rejuvenated, ready to go. This is a, very, very competitive series. We're expecting another great race here, and hopefully our commentary will be up to snuff for the exciting match we're about to watch.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, game one, going in favor of Zeb, making the right checks. Glove, regretting. Oh, sorry, that's my dog. Making the one kind of choice that she regretted a lot, which was going down that West Meridia for the Mama Turtle gravity. But this is game 2. There's a lot that can happen. Once again, it is randomizer. We'll see. It's all about kind of making the best choices that you can at the time, even if they don't pan out. So we never really know. We'll have to see what happens in this game.
Alrighty. Yep. The apparently your dog is even more excited than the rest of us for this match to get started. So we appreciate your show of enthusiasm there in the background.
Yep, this is when she gets pretty excited around this time, so sorry if everyone hears a little bit of barking in the background. She's kind of hoping my wife comes home, so that's what always ends up happening. But that being said, both runners are off, heading straight down to that Blue-Burn Star to find the first few items in Morph. So yeah, really excited. What do you think? You think, okay, let's play a little game here, DJ. Do you think they're going to find power bombs and do meme route, or do you think they're not going to be able to do that?
I'm going to say yes to power bombs this seed. I'm going to say that once again, it's an untenable portal and we're coming back up.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to say that this is going to be one of those seeds where they're going to have to go to the right of criteria and they have no other option. That's going to be one of those seeds. But if it is a portal, it's going to be green bread.
Oh.
Yeah. Spicy. You know, it'll be even spicier if it's green bread and they don't get into supers.
Things happen, things are possible. We've got the exact same start, E-Tank and then Morph Ball on the other side. When we're done with this set of 2 races, you're going to get into a voice call with Zeb. You're going to load up the practice ROM on both of your screens. And you're going to say, Zeb, this is how you do pitless.
He fell in the pit. Okay, I think he fell in that first pit, didn't he?
It was twice again. I think it was twice last seed too.
All right, double purple morph here. Fun little game that'd be fun to play is what color morph do we get? Because obviously it flashes between yellow and purple, but we got double purple morph. And up. Look at this. Super missile, no power bombs. Here we go. I'm about to win this bet, DJ.
Well, it's already not the same seed because we had double power bombs last time, so you know, we can already confirm that.
Okay. All right, you win.
I got the first half of my prediction. Like we were both. I mean, yeah, it could end up 50-50 because you said it will be green brain if it's a portal. So you know.
Yep. Okay.
See what happens. This is what I like to call the ideal start here. You get an E-Tank, so it's a lot less dangerous to go through here, and then you also have a power bomb and a super. So I agree. You don't have to worry about doors wherever you go if you can go there.
And a missile, so you have like a little bit of everything. Don't have any of your item swaps like messed up. So yep. Here we go. So what's it gonna be?
Flawless through the things. Oh, red tower.
Red Grin. Okay.
We were both wrong.
You know, this is pretty ideal though. There's a lot you can do here. One of the things that's really scary is when you come in here without any supers. It's just like you're not scary, but it's like awkward. You just can't do anything. But very often, if you didn't have any of those resources, you would just go and check. Well, you know, I was like half right here.
You've been right at this point.
You know, that's even better. You got red tower into green brand. You got like everything now, right?
Yeah, just like, have like a Craig's layer at Green Hill Zone in the Vanilla New Bridge, and it's like, what more could you ask for as a Super Metroid runner?
Yep. So far, resources looking good. They flew back by a super missile, so another E-tank and more supers. Wow, so very generous in the ammo at the start of this. It's very often at the start of these games you kind of really want to quickly get up to like 30 supers or so. That'll kind of give you the
already
option.
Gonna be at 20.
Oh my gosh, already 20. Yeah, they have way more supers than they have regular missiles at this point. So yeah, a few things that they're looking out for. Ideally, another set of power bomb packs. 5 is kind of sketchy. You have to like really manage your power bombs to kind of get across because you have no regular bombs unlike vanilla. But oh my
goodness,
god,
super seed. Look at the glove, you can see.
What is going on? Given the last seed was like really sparse on the ammo, they already have more in like the first 4 minutes of the game than they had for like the first like half hour of the last seed.
Yeah, another fun fact that was pointed out by Cutie in the chat when the credits rolled. There were 8 power bomb packs last seed, and Zeb had 7 of them.
Oh my goodness! All
and
right.
here we have 5 super packs in under 5 minutes, and we didn't even look at stuff like Old Mother Brain and other relatively fast checks. And there's the Various suit that we also didn't find last seed. So
oh my gosh,
this
MM2,
seed
I thought we were not rolling basic
seed lacked. They say in any good partnership, one side needs to be strong where the other person lacks. That's what's going on with these 2 seeds. The first one was like Super's Varia, nah. This one's like Super's Varia, yeah.
Oh wow, this is wild. Okay, so both these players just absolutely loaded so far with it's funny because like in the beginning you sort of want to either like you want to collect a bunch of E-tanks because you might have to do those hell runs down the line. You might have to do hell runs for the whole game, but I mean now you're much less incentivized to collect as many E-tanks. Obviously without like screw attack and some other things, LN can still be a little bit scary. But like we're in a situation now where the players are heavily not incentivized to collect E-tanks. So it's going to be interesting. I kind of suspect that Glove's going to be very aggressive about not grabbing as many. Right now, of course, you're going to still want to collect a few. But beyond like 4, unless you have... if you find like screw attack, I don't really think you're going to need more than like 4 if you want to be safe. So pretty exciting. We'll have to see what the rest of Greenman has in store for us.
Yeah, so currently you literally need another tank to beat the game. But yeah, after that we'll see. The potential of a reverse amphitheater probably means you want to go to 5. That's like a pretty safe amount for that, even if you have like no movement items and no gravity, for example. Yep. But yeah, after that, yeah. The thing I will say that I kind of like the early Varia just because, in my opinion, like the way that people play these things, kind of like with the assumption that Varia is not necessarily going to be found, is very samey, and like you can kind of get a little bit more differential going on here with the early Varia. Like you're not in a place where like like I said, Zeb went out and in of a transition to pick up a power bomb at Moat because he wanted that power bomb because he thought he might have to do a Varialist Lower Warfare, which ended up happening. And stuff like that's not going to happen. So yeah, I mean, in general, probably this could lead to a quicker seed overall, just because like the thing about like doing all hell runs for any heated area for the entirety of the seed is like you're more careful in those areas. You are you're having to refill often. You're collecting way more miners than you would need, especially stuff like power bombs past a certain point. So like Berry is a good item, and I think people like laugh it away a little bit when they don't necessarily need to. Like, it's still your friend. It wants to say hi, play on the swings at the park. You just gotta show up.
Yeah, very early just definitely makes things like pretty straightforward. Because a lot of times you have like hell runs and stuff. They can be really. It's not just a matter of like can you do them. It's also a matter of like they can be really slow because you have to keep refilling and stuff like that. But now this is more of sort of like it's just a matter of like weighing like how long does it take to check these majors and whatnot. So yeah, Zeb, seeing that upper Norfair check and decides to back out, Glove is going to continue onward. So Zeb wants to go check out Red Tower and Glove wants to check out upper Norfair. So we're already getting some divergence right here.
Yeah, given what they've already done with Red Tower, like you said, Zeb wants to clean up that area. There are 2 majors there as well as, what, I guess still 3 doors we haven't looked at. Yeah, it will be be interesting to see how this works out for our runners. Glove thought about doing Speedless Speedway, and then thought better of it because it's not currently possible. Yeah, the Divergence could lend itself all sorts of ways. Here we've got the top of West Meridia. So we saw how relevant that area was last seed. And that seed, we were very quickly in a place where Mama Turtle was in logic and, suitless and gave us the gravity suit.
Yep.
And there's Turian.
Ooh, fast Turian.
All right. Last seed, the last transition that Zeb checked in his route ended up being Turian just because of the way he did things. So a lot earlier this seed.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's interesting to go like kind of the way that I approach. I'm not really sure what I would have preferred to do. Zeb clearly is interested in getting this portal knowledge like fast, whereas Upper Norfair, I mean there's majors in Redburn as well, but Upper Norfair obviously chock full of a ton of majors given that they've already done group runs, so this is kind of where you can collect the rest of your goodies. But it's interesting to see how Zeb kind of preferred to go for that like really fast portal knowledge over the majors that are available here.
Yeah. Nobody in chat said higher chance of finding Upper Norfair again. There was a pretty decent chance of finding either of them again, just because, well, obviously, there's 6 doors here. We would have known half of them, so it's like 3 versus, I guess, 4 for Upper Norfair, but like I said, still a pretty decent chance. And that whichever way you go, probably you'll get your way to the other option at some point. Zeb has shown us both Turian and top of West Meridia, so those are not places Glove's going to be popping into to find Red Brinstar soonish, but yeah, we'll see how this pays off for both runners. Right now, all Zeb has Turian knowledge. That's never nothing. Spazer was an E-Tank. I'm just going to say this is an E-Tank and be wrong, but not really that wrong. So like the majors here weren't, that's not going to be an advantage. The knowledge, who knows? There's a chance this middle portal goes to Upper Norfair, and they probably just circle on each other.
Yep. And, so definitely one of the awkward things right now is both players still only have 5 power bombs. As you can see, they've had to make some kind of adjustments. Seb had to redo this room just so he can actually farm the fire fleas for power bombs, and Glove having to farm some of those Alcoons, the little seahorses on the back. So they kind of want to find another power bomb quick. Otherwise, things can definitely get a little bit uncomfortable. Glove, unfortunately, falling down there is going to just reset and go up the top. But, she could also just farm a few more PBs here, too. So we'll just say that was all planned.
Oh, more West Meridia. So Zeb, it's interesting. He can actually, freely fall down West Meridia now if he decides to. And I think that's the choice he's going to make. But yeah, his other option is to circle back to New Bridge and do what Glove's doing. I guess the other option is the other side of Criteria.
Oh, high jump!
Nice high jump boots.
One more step towards that Mama Turtle check.
And it's Zeb has no save anywhere, right? He could have just saved under the tube there, but the idea of just falling, there are things you can go to Mama Turtle out of logic, right? You can fall there and get the item. With his current equipment, it would really suck. He's not falling down West Meridia. I'm surprised. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. There's a chance that it could be the end of the seed until Glove gets back to that red tower, and it won't cost her anything unless she does slow back of 2 ways to try and find Turian that doesn't exist that Zeb doesn't say. But otherwise, yeah, this is
It does take some time. Gravity could easily just randomly be in here as well. And he also doesn't have the high jump, so it's slightly less incentivized, but looks like he's just kind of hard portal hunting right now. Did Glove?
She did single chamber and ended up in Kago.
In
Criteria.
I see. Okay.
So she went to Terminator before G4.
So she's gonna grab this E-tank and then check the other portal, and then potentially back out and finish up the East Meridia. So let's see.
Two doors at the same time. Where do they go? Oh, Main Street.
Okay.
So Glove, the Glove doesn't know, but Glove also could have fallen down there for free.
Mm-hmm.
And ended up in Red Tower. That was. I said it was unlikely she was gonna come into Red Tower from anywhere else anytime soon. That was the one way, as we know. So yeah, interesting. Glove is probably about to check the portal that Zeb just checked, and then we'll have the cool side of Upper North Air to look out for our runners.
Yep.
And yeah, so far, honestly, again, well, it's different this time just because there's 2 whole criteria portals that we don't know anything about, but it kind of looks like it's another Mama Turtle seed right now. That's kind of my look at things. There's just a spring ball over here at the cool side of Upper North Air, and we've got another gravity there or something.
We're definitely sort of leaning that way right now.
Ooh. Unfortunate on spin.
This wall jump is always a little tricky without high jump. It's probably about as difficult as the gauntlet one. It's a little tricky, but an expert on these types of wall jumps. You need to know those strong rando players.
Yeah, doing the right side Bowmon climb is definitely, if you do it well, significantly faster than the, save room jump. Glove's trying to glitch this gate.
This is the worst gate. There you go. See, the super has more power, therefore the gate opens. Now, it doesn't actually... it literally doesn't make any difference, but, sometimes you feel a little bit better using it. Yeah, it's all about the green shake, that stuff really matters. I'm going to be completely honest, I still use it too. I don't know why. It's something comforting about having it.
You learn green gate glitches and you use supers for those, so it's just a thing that you do, I guess.
Exactly. It's not called blue gate glitch.
Glove is not doing the cool side of Upper North Air. She doesn't want to do reverse cathedral, I guess. So this is interesting. She's gonna be worse for it unless she will if she wants to, and especially once well, actually she already knows that falling down Upper North or falling down West Meridia is doable because of knowing Main Street, but I was talking about the out of logic Mama Turtle check that you can do if you want to. You need high jump and something else because the logic wants you to get it from the bottom, but just high jump gets you out, so it's a thing that you can do.
I think right now she's just kind of she wants to do some serious portal hunting at the moment. Yeah. The business center does have the 2 majors, but the 2 portals are kind of locked by an elevator as well, so this is very portal dense. She really wants ASAP. Yeah, I could. I'd be curious to see kind of how these 2 players approach the rest of it. As you said, there is the whole falling down to play. Can be Mama Turtle with that high jump. Zeb is about to grab that. So that's something that probably be on both of their minds. But naturally, we also have the back of the cafeteria portals on the right side. So there's a whole lot of stuff that we haven't seen. Good chance.
We got 2 criteria portals, 2 upper lower portals. 2 items in also on the other side of Upper North Air with high jump and ice. Yeah, remains to be seen. Glove losing time checking X-ray now versus Zeb because she had to turn off high jump. Hate to see it.
the time that high jump actually hurt.
Oh, and they both messed up their initial strat. Usually it's a jump ball and then you bounce ball, and you're about to see it right now, so I don't have to explain it with words. Oh, she doesn't do the bounce ball thing that I normally see.
That's how I do it too. I like gap skipping onto the second one. I personally find that more comfortable just because the bounce ball requires a pretty late jump, whereas I think a little bit more flexible to just have shorter jump and then be able to stop on the platform. But it's kind of like a preference thing. But you know, this is gonna be interesting. So Zeb is going to probably hit up those right portals.
Ooh, nice jump morph there.
Yep, whether the second or not, but we're probably gonna see Glove get that West Meridia, the Mama Turtle check very soon. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, especially because like from her perspective, like if she, I mean, her options are, you know, either to Criteria or all the way back to Upper Norfolk where she decided to leave the left side stuff. So, you know, dropping down, getting Mama Turtle allows her to just fall down Main Street and end up where we see Zeb at. So yeah, once she looks at this and sees the, you know, the scope of things, that's very much what I expect. I mean, I guess she has a third option, which is to go up, back to the elevator. But no, that's meme route. That's not an option. Don't lie to yourself. It's not an option. Doesn't exist. I think she's thinking about, so if the doors were better aligned, so obviously you can see that's like a left door to a right door, or like the doors don't go the same way. You can do some strats to like just make that jump in the crab hole down there, but not the case in this seed. So yeah, again, we expect a Mama Turtle check here. Especially, honestly, like a lot of people say, like, you know, don't gamblers fallacy yourself into it, but like because of what happened last seed to Glove, like it kind of makes it more likely, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the big thing here is like we've kind of neither of these players have checked the business center majors yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, so we're not, you know, there's definitely more items that can be checked, but we are starting to run slightly dry on terms of majors. So there's the Glove missing that item, but you know, do have a lot of super, and I think she got a fine. Oh, so Zeb finding the last West Meridia portal. This map is getting kind of potentially a little bit weird. I mean, we still have business center, but this map is starting to get a little sketchy because there's so many things we have not found, and we're running out of portals. Here we go. Let's see. What is it?
There's
it's Wave.
It's just Wave.
So she's got 5 tries at this.
Yeah, once high jump off for this.
High jump on is fine, but I think most people don't practice it that way.
Yeah, Nebby was talking about some CWJ stuff that they were maybe practicing together somewhat recently, but they're speaking of CWJ, that was nicely done. Yeah, I was about to say there's a potential for some like two-way like nonsense ending as we find the back of Ellen. This is scary because Zeb cannot currently defeat Dragon and live to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Like it would have to be exactly grapple or spring ball on the other side because like that Crystal Flash suit isn't an option. We have 5 power bombs.
This is pretty good though. As of right now, I think Ellen is kind of what you want to see. Given the the equipment that you have, this is sort of like potentially like ideal, I guess, in a way. Because there's not all that much to do. We still have the business center check, but and we have the Turian portal. So
yeah, there's some funky possibilities here, especially regarding like we haven't seen Kraid or Croc yet. We've seen one side of Ellen, we've seen one side of East Meridia. It's possible that those are the 2 dead ends, and like Wreck Ship is just a business center loop, which will be hilarious. But yeah, this is like I'm saying, like this is actually like it's like good, but it's also not good at the same time. Like I said, like currently, like we are not killing Dragon and telling the tale unless the item at Space Jump bails us out.
So
which is like 2 items out of however many checks are left, which is probably like 20.
While that is true,
probably
I think also in terms of like what's possible, because we found Turian, I kind of feel like Zeb wants to go out the front, like every single time.
Yeah, agreed.
So like, yeah, like obviously like Croc isn't even that bad because we still don't really have all the answers for a Meridia play. So you kind of actually do want to check the majors at Croc. You're not like sad to see it, really, even if it's at the front. oftentimes, you get to the end of the game in your go mode, that's like a disaster. But this is going to be pretty interesting. I think it's fairly ideal that Zeb found this, I think, in this spot.
3 out of 4 times, it's definitely ideal.
Yep.
Well, technically slightly more because of, Vanilla Ridley having one less option than the rest of them, but we're just gonna say 3 out of 4 and go on the vibes. This was predicted by chat. So currently the difference between our runners is the knowledge of Flave Beam and like actually going there to see it. Other than that, it's just the ways that they decided to do the portals. That looks like a setup for CWJ. So Love will be very happy to get it right now. I think she might have gotten a like second try last race.
Ooh.
Were they both required CWJ seats? I guess we don't technically know whether this one was.
Yeah, we don't know yet because of Business Center. We don't know quite yet. But yeah, like so far, it's kind of lent itself.
It's almost impossible to be because of where those portals probably maybe go. But last seed also wasn't because speed was a grapple in the bottom of criteria. But we have a Fantoon.
Haven't found Wreck Ship yet either, so Wreck Ship will be on by the time they get there.
Yeah, so this was maybe the most ideal, arguably. Well, it depends on your perspective, and the perspective of a lot of people is Wreck Ship sucks, never do any of the items. But yeah, we'll see. This is definitely looking to be a little bit interesting. Does Glove have the power bombs to even make it to jail?
Where did Zeb find that next power bomb pack?
Probably it was Crab Supers again, which Glove didn't do.
Where was? Yeah, 5.
No, he didn't fall down. It's not Crab Supers. Maybe it's there. Maybe.
Here we go. The jail had a power bomb.
Okay, chat confirms that it was actually those exact power bombs. So yeah, that's nice. I forgot. Oh my goodness. I forgot, like, you couldn't even finish this.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Goodness. So that was really sketchy, honestly.
I was too busy worried about Dragon. You need more than 5 power bombs to come back up.
So 5 would be okay if you had like one more answer for something else. Like if you could just if you had Spring Ball, like basically the
Spring Ball, X-Ray, Speed, and Screw. All of those. Yeah, there's
like a million ways to do it.
And you have none of them. Because they're at Business Center and they both shunned it.
Business Center was just sitting there with Gravity saying, why didn't you come collect me?
Gravity, Ice Beam. It also has Charge even though there's only 2 majors.
So Zeb is trying to conserve some health here because it wants to do that reverse acid dive, but and everything here hits really hard without gravity.
With Variant High Jump, it's like the energy you can do it on if you had 3 total tanks and you were at 399, you could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little high five here in this morph tunnel. Yeah, this is probably one of the few times you're. And I was gonna say this at the beginning and then I forgot, and then I was about to say something dumb right now and also forgot. The only person in this tournament that could currently check GT is Aussie. And Zeb's literally not even going to the front, which I kind of hate.
So Zeb is going to straight to the upper.
What was it, Crab Hole? Crab Hole was pre-Aqueduct. He's about to fall down West Meridia and then do Business Center. That's his only raid. That's the only thing he can do right now. Tony's telling me I lied and I happened to shun specifically my co-commentator with that weird screw attack thing. Sorry, like I said, I was out of town. I missed a bunch of stuff.
I think I have done it in a race before, but I don't know if it was. I probably wasted a ton of time. I know Zeb did it in a race, but I think he still won the race, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that ZWJ is it's quite.
Yeah, this is. I'm my brain is like having a difficult time fathoming like just the simple idea that Zeb didn't do front of Lauren Orfer. Like it's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's a little curious. Now, obviously, this is like the safer, lower variance play, and the reason for that is because
is it?
I think so.
Just
because there's two portals. Just because there's two portals, right? Because if you find like East Meridia there, kind of in trouble.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the worst outcome.
Yeah,
even worse than Croc, because Croc could give you 2 items.
I think we can go ahead and say that like, it's not comfortable at the very least. But yeah, Zeb is heading over and doing Gauntlet. Now, obviously, you find something like Ice Beam here that's gonna. Oh, well.
Wasn't required CWJC. Well, assuming there was a power bomb available somewhere else, because that actually wasn't really keepable without dumb RNG.
Yeah.
As we know. But there's probably a second power bomb that's not in jail.
This is interesting. So Zeb, correct me if I'm wrong. Zeb hasn't done Mama.
Right, and he cannot do it from the bottom.
Yeah, so he's probably I wonder what he's thinking exactly right here. I kind of
thinking it's another Gravit. He's thinking it's Gravit Mama Turtle, and he's like way behind because Glove did it. That's probably what he's thinking. It's not true. But that would be a thing on my mind. Like, oh goodness, Mama Turtle's now in logic. I could have fallen to it, known that I wasn't like soft locked at all, and other things. But yeah, and he's going to pre-aqueduct. So yeah, he's not doing it from the bottom, but this is definitely not the best. You'd prefer to be at the other top of West Meridia Portal.
See what happens here. Glove is saving, so yep, we have a reverse acid dive check for Glove. And Zeb is going to go ahead and check this Mama Turtle check that he wasn't able to do earlier. Oh, that's not. Oh, okay. Glove.
Ooh, I was gonna say she's probably fine because there was something in the reserve, but then she took another hit. So like I did say earlier, with 3 tanks, this is doable. 312 is dicey though. This is hard.
Yeah.
That's why she saved.
She did save, so.
Oh, didn't quite fall cleanly, but should still be fine. Like I said, your health drains really slowly and you have high jump. Yeah, this is still barely enough.
Oh god.
Okay,
honestly, I think that's fine. You're not scot-free once that happens anyway. You still have to get through like a bunch of the other stuff. Because I built that way.
I did not know crouch jump, springball jump just got you up there.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's definitely one of the options.
Okay, 1 hit on that first one this time, which is better. Only 1 hit here. Has 100 in reserve, so 100 more health this time. Which, as you clearly saw last time, she did not need 100 more. Probably, 30 to 50-ish.
So I'd say for anyone that's like trying to learn getting out of the LN save room, there's a nice little setup. Basically, you just walk out of the save room, stop on a dime, shoot 3 times, and then step forward. That'll let you dodge the first key hunter. And then you basically just jump up and then go to the left wall and jump twice. And then the 2 key hunters will be manipulated to the left side. Very valuable to learn, especially because there's a lot of situations where you have to save there and then get out. So that would be ideal to learn. And you know what, DJ, we're in another situation where Glove, she could check the item, but she'd have to do the CWJ to get out.
Yeah, I don't. Well, at this point, I don't know what people know because everyone learns like every obscure niche, really hard tech just because I don't know. It's a resume builder at this point, I guess. I don't know, but like she's trying to survive this room first. That's task number 1. Don't do item, if you got a list of things to do and one of them is
Oh,
D,
God.
you gotta do A, B, and C first. Yeah, this the side hopper was hiding from her.
Yeah, this sucks because these side hoppers have so much health. These the Skigas, they're just like, don't. No, So I was gonna say she has to kind of like shoot and then like back off a little bit because they just decide to jump at you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you got to be careful because this pirate can randomly get you too. Oh god.
She's going down.
Wait a second.
Screw it.
Okay, Oh no, the pirate.
I thought she was safe.
Oh, that's. Yeah, and
you know why she was going down south? Because lava dives on the other side.
Yeah, she needed some additional health there too.
So,
man, like I think this was the right play. This is the right play, but unfortunately, like Glove, the amount of time that she's spending doing this, it's getting to be a lot, especially against a player like Zeb.
Yeah, this needs to be like the only like real legitimate path forward for her to like, stay in this race. I hesitate to say, but I kind of wanted to say it's the words that came out of my mouth.
I think Zeb collected just the screw attack from previous high jump room. Now, unfortunately for him,
high jump itself, but
yeah,
the utility of high jump has run its course.
Exactly. So it's just another E-Tank. Okay, so the business center majors, no good. Not really doing anything.
So one of the 3 portals that we are close to is going to be the path forward, and those 2 being blanks is good for Glow's position from our point of view. There's a chance that like I said, this could be the only way into wreck ship. There's still 2 dead ends left. And one of the several reasons that I stated at the time, I kind of hated Zeb not doing this. Because, regardless of, the boss and the items at the wreck ship, like, you do have to do it. And this could be the only way in.
We're going to get quite a lot of information now here, so...
Right. So they're about to be somewhat close to each other, assuming Glove can make her way there. The difference will be, Glove's going to go down the elevator and do 2 items. And there's the wreck ship.
The back of wreck ship. Now... So Glove's gonna be down the spring ball. And the funny thing is like the spring ball also kind of lets you get out of the GT check. I don't know if Zeb's gonna be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah, I was thinking
if at all.
Well. and of course, like the spring ball is the one. It's like the item check that Glove has outstanding. That's not right where she's gonna be.
Yeah.
So yeah. Blue attack could just have the goods, and we're not going to know for, sometime. And that time could be, the end of the season when it comes up in the credits. Who knows at this point? But we've got 5 items in this area because there's 4 in wreck ship and there's 1 at the boss. Zeb can double spring ball out of Dragon. That's actually potentially huge.
My
it's
God.
Not.
All right. So. At this stage of the game, Zeb is definitely ahead. 1 less super pack. So ammo is something that really does matter here, and they both will want to ideally find another powerbomb pack as well.
Charge is just going to be a right super. Just gonna spoil that for you right now.
I mean, we're at a point where I don't know if they're going to really be. They still do. Okay, that's not. Still will. Main reason for that is they don't have a Zeb skip or a Batoon hallway item, but they're very not after Glove also gets this gravity, they're both going to be like heavily not device to be checking addition.
Zeb doesn't want to go to charge beam right now. He wants to go to it after this boss, which is Ridley. He was at 35, so he knew what he was doing. But I was talking a little bit about that front lower warfare potentially being the only way in wreck ship. It turns out this was the only way in wreck ship because we've got front of wreck ship in front of East Meridia left, and the other 2 are Croc and Kraid. So some dead ends.
So we have.
It's interesting because, like, honestly, neither runner probably feels that great about what's going on here because, like, well, there's a few lines of thought here. Number one, if you had done the business center when you were in Upper North for the first time, you could have done Lower Norfair without backtracking all the way through Criteria, right? The other thing is if you also saw the wrecked ship, that's maybe more of a, desirable place to go just because of, like I said, we were still at a point where Dragon was not killable for a while. And, obviously it doesn't feel good to go into either area without being able to kill Dragon. But wrecked ship isn't merely the, like, linear, like, one way down to the boss. It's much quicker to the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's definitely ways that you could have, run through this area seed in a much better way than they both have done. So, they're not gonna know that, their opponent didn't do that, but you are gonna feel, obviously Ellen first was right because of gravity. But there were options and stuff, and this is gonna be a weird one.
Yeah, this is interesting because, I mean,
the map's kind of
the ammo is really good at this point, but they really need another power bomb pack.
Both for a potential vanilla Dragon and the Metroids and like other stuff. Like things are doing things. Also, I just finally realized that so far we've had 2 boss areas and the bosses flipped. So we don't, like I said, I mean, vanilla Dragon's possible, and I guess their current way to through Botswana Hallway is R mode. If you know how R mode works, I don't.
Does that require?
There's. Yes, it requires X-ray.
Croc.
Or not Zeb. Glove falls in Merc Ship tank room. That never feels good. It was Croc. Honestly, you probably wanted to find that one. It kind of didn't matter. You were going to do this one first and you were going to know. Whatever. Okay, you do need an X-ray for R mode.
Glove getting that gravity. I could see why Zeb potentially is not good about seed. A little does he know he is significant at the.
Yeah, it was like we were saying, or it might have even been you said, like if Glove nails that like Lower Norfair pathing first try, she's probably several minutes ahead. Instead, she's unfortunately, just trailing Zeb on what is going to end up being a linear finish to the seed. There's kind of only one thing you can do, which is go to East Meridia next, go to the front to do Kraid's Lair. Hopefully it's Dragon so that you can backdoor the rest of it. And if it's not, hopefully Vanilla Kraid gives you a Botswana item. Because otherwise, you need a power bomb.
Yeah, they really need it. I mean, they're almost certain. I mean, I can't say that, right? I was going to say they almost certainly will find another one. You don't really know. But that's definitely kind of like the awkward thing that's happening. Not finding a power bomb. And there's definitely seeds where you just end up with like 10, not find another one. So this will be interesting because there is a chance that your way through the Botswana hallway is in some of these skips that they've checked. Is in some of these checks that they skip.
And for example, Zeb skipped this, which I noted on the way in and not on the way out. Or did he? I think he did. We're about to find out if it's anything. Yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness!
He really did.
That's really big. That's really big.
Potentially absolutely massive. Like,
yeah.
Vanilla Dragon and no power bombs?
Now
that's a series alterer right there.
Yeah, obviously like show up and kind of just stop to the excitement there, but like for right now, like that ice is a huge. I'm a little surprised that Zeb didn't do it actually, if that's the case.
I mean, I'm okay with doing it after the boss, like he potentially could have done. Not doing it at all. Again, it's certainly not the way I would have played. I'm not looking at Zeb like, you fool, you can't skip any item ever. Like clearly that's not true. But like, It's similar to what I said last seed about not doing. I mean, he didn't do the frontal lower for check in either seed, and like kind of both times it was right to do. Frankly, like like he's giving himself the ability to lose. That's what I'm trying. That's the
I think
the short
also,
what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily feeling good about what here. But kind of given the situation that he doesn't have the ability to Crystal Flash, and his upskip is always just nice, I think I would have checked myself. I do kind of understand it though, but right now,
like I said,
as of right now, it's really good for Glove.
Yeah, the biggest thing almost certainly weighing on Zeb's mind is like doing the like frontal door Norford check was a lot faster than what he did. If you nail it, like that's just unequivocally true. So like again, he was a person of the mindset that I would say where like if I'm trying to like make up time, I'm skipping stuff, and frankly, he skips stuff not trying to make up time. He's just trying like he just skips stuff sometimes. And I'm not saying that as a criticism at all. It's just a thing that he does.
I think in general, there's some mindsets where like, especially if you're like you're a big like thorough or something like that. But I think nowadays Seb just kind of tries to play every seed the way he feels is optimal in that sense. And so if he can kind of go skip things, like he'll do that, unless like there's a really good chance that check will save him. Usually I understand the case. The only concern I have is just the fact that so that only.
I mean, he's about to do. I mean, he's in ammo go mode as far as mother brain damage.
Yeah.
So like he's about to do this aqueduct for power bombs that he didn't necessarily have to do. If that doesn't come up, he's gonna do one or two sand pits.
I think first probably just go.
Oh yeah, well yeah. The first thing you're gonna do is check this boss and hope it's Dragon for dear life, frankly. But there's also, I mean, there's definitely one major here. There's definitely one minor here. If it's Vanilla Crate, there's two majors here. So like yeah, I mean yeah, who knows? Like again, like I was saying, like he is like the ability to like lose because of like exactly one skip or exists, and he already probably is in a position where like he already kind of did a thing that loses as far as the portals doing them the way he did was like strictly worse than Front of Lord Warfare. So yeah, we'll see how this works out.
There's a lot of stuff here,
so it's fine.
Yeah. It is important to know that like there's a lot of things that could bail him out in a sense, if that makes sense. So I think given the fact that there's like so many options of him getting bailed out, I think he's kind of playing to that idea, if that makes sense. But obviously just finding out. But I mean, there's certain situations where if you Zeb understands that Zeb respects Glove very much as a player, so I think this is like what he feels like the highest percentage play now. Of course, there's going to be situations where none of this falls into place, and it's like the Exodia of bad situations where he has to CF clip and he has to start looking for a power bomb like at the very. But I think in the end that those odds end up kind of low. So if you can just kind of like go, probably like perhaps the better way, but he is going to check this. And it's just a reserve.
Yeah. All right, we gambled earlier to a draw. We have to gamble here again. Right or left, Sam Pitt? I say left.
Left. Yeah, it's got to be.
Again, I think the Zeb skip is way more valuable than like ammo he kind of doesn't need.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, it's got.
When we're right, we can do our favorite commentary pastime and dunk on Nevdi.
Betting the mortgage on the right. All right.
Uh-oh.
What are we gonna do after we make all this?
Gonna be sleeping with a kangaroo tonight. Watch out, they kick.
Oh man, DJ, what are we gonna do with all our money that we just won from Demdy?
Mortgages are a lot. I don't, dude. Like
man, the real estate in
like
Australia.
whatever.
Oh
like,
my goodness!
even splitting it, we're
my god!
It's not the Mega Millions jackpot that was just won, but we're not doing too bad ourselves.
Oh my, Demdy is an ultra shambles given that Zeb just got the speed booster.
Yeah. So
wow. That
being both a Zeb skip and like a fast item, like
yeah,
it's looking hard out here for Glove's catching up abilities.
I can go ahead and tell you right now that Glove's not, because I mean she skipped the Ridley item. So
I mean, when you're going down a sandpit, is she going down a sandpit? She doesn't have to go down a sandpit, and like I'm not the one that's run the numbers on stuff, as far as like when you're right here at Aqueduct, which is faster front or back with, item sets, current ammo, all those, things or whatever. But, yeah, she does not have to, and it may be in her best interest to not do well, from a non-knowing perspective, it may be in her best interest to not do a sandpit. From a knowing perspective, I think you get that speed booster if you know it's there.
I don't think I think she just didn't go through bots.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
there's also, yeah. Yeah, because at this point they did Ridley, right? So
yeah, this is Kraid. It's the last
exactly.
boss.
They don't have to.
It takes no ammo at all, so that's not a
exactly.
concern where it can be sometimes.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, worked out really well for Zeb. Zeb with the plot armor.
I guess you finally took a few losses. You transferred the power of plot armor.
Yeah, I think he just stole it from him.
In a famous late '90s movie, it was a basketball that they used to steal powers. I guess he touched your Super Nintendo controller. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, that's exactly. My wooden hit. So he touched, stole all my powers.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a cursed apparatus for playing video games, so it serves you right. I'm just gonna say it out loud.
All right, so Zeb missing that quick kill.
Speaking of cursed.
So, but in this situation, Zeb is definitely pretty far. Obviously, Glove's gonna. The Zeb skip is not going.
I'm enjoying chat's interpretation of my not so cryptic wordplay, but yeah. Boss number 4 down for Zeb. He's gonna run out of here. I'm gonna give you the path to my best ability. So this goes to Lava Dive in Upper Norfair. We need to get to Red Tower, right? So what goes to Red Tower? Nothing in Upper Norfair? Is that real? That's crazy. I guess you're going New Bridge then, which is Croc entry, and then you use that to Red Tower. That's crazy. Upper Norfair and Red Tower don't connect in the seed, and that's a 5 portal and a 6 portal zone.
This I remember thinking like the seed portals were kind of sketchy at the start, given that we couldn't really find a lot of the boss. Ended up being, but yeah, not the easiest way back there.
Yeah. Someone was asking if Zeb's gonna save time because of wave. Honestly, both wave and speed making the baby skip a lot easier. Like debatably yes, but like also just like. I mean, you saw, like, shooting out Bramble, he was doing some enemy kills in Lower Norfair that were way better with wave plasma than just plasma. Although, no, he got it after Lower Norfair, so what am I saying? But, is wave saving time? Like, I don't know. Maybe. Like, having it versus not, but...
In Zeb's situation, wave saved. Only because, like, the way that he got the item was, like, he did a blind ball jump up there. So it's not like he had to go out of his get it. He was like, he would have had to like react to avoid this to get a
plot armor. Glove is Glove's going the back way and not doing a sandpit. That was like the only option I didn't expect.
I don't know if that's faster actually.
I do think it's I think it's faster than a sand pit, but it doesn't have upside like a sand pit has upside. And are you saying faster than doing the Batsun way?
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
I think it's faster if you were gonna go to the back. I think this is faster than a sand pit.
Yeah,
whether it's faster than doing the front, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. There's basically like that glove. It's worth going out of her. Even if she saw like there, it's not really worth going out of the way to get it. The time it would take for her to get there. It's peace of mind, but it's really not saving. So I think.
Yeah. Also, her current ammo count, I think I like skipping Batsun with. Like, obviously, you only need 10 supers, but you have 11.
Yeah.
So and you're probably gonna miss one. It's Batsun. Hitbox is terrible. So yeah, I like it.
I think it does have spring ball, so it's a power ball.
Glove shouldn't have spring ball. Glove doesn't have spring ball. It's a gauntlet.
Oh. Okay.
It'll disappear from your screen and it will have never existed. Last minute of commentary was a figment of your imagination.
Zeb, heading over Turian.
So yeah, 10 powerbomb Turian means that if he doesn't get 2 drops in the first 3 rooms, he will have to go back to the elevator and refill. There's different schools of thought. Some people will just go back after room 1 if you don't get any drops. It's the safest play. That's what Zeb's gonna do.
He's out of there.
It can there was a race last summer where 10 powerbomb Turian, and the difference was one person went back and one person literally YOLO'd room 3 without any drops, room 4 without any drops, room 3 without any drops thus far, got 2 and just 1. So I think this can happen, but yeah, this is a safer play.
Yeah, the nice quirk about area rando being able to refill when you go down that elevator, so blow up those first Metroids and then just go out and you get all your resources back.
Yep. So from here, it'll be pretty easy. He has a bajillion health, both suits, great movement items, plenty of ammo, and the keys to a 2-0 series victory.
Man, I'm super curious as to how much time that Love lost the reverse acid, because obviously it was a lot.
I mean, so she failed it once in reverse amphitheater, so that one's probably like, I don't know, 45-ish seconds, maybe, probably a little less than, honestly. The other one, she had made it all the way to Pirates and like done the really slow Mickey Mouse run. That one was probably like 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm super curious to see like how kind of close this would have been.
And that's,
had she kind of made it through.
I guess both of those are pretty much just raw time loss.
Yes,
because she ended up continuing to go that way. So yeah, this is also, the damage that does to you is more than just the time that you lose. You get frustrated at various things. So, yeah, unfortunate the way that this is played out. Like we said at the beginning of both races, these are 2 amazing runners, and they put up heck of a performance. Both times things swung Zeb's way, and yeah, that's been the tale of this. Gonna be our first runner into the top 8 winners semifinals. And due to what I said at the beginning, he's gonna be the only person that was seeded to get there that's gonna get there. So
I mean,
it's
honestly,
been upset city so far.
That's what I'm saying, DJ. Like, I've got to be honest. Like, I don't think this is a matter of like, like this is rando, so that's why like people, it doesn't make any difference. Like, that's why the top seeds are getting knocked out. I really think what it comes down to is the people, the people, the level of play in this tournament. Everyone's just so strong, right?
There were several double-digit seeds that were quite underseeded, in my opinion.
Yes, I agree with that.
The 2 I'm definitely going to shout out are Kip and Slaughter's. But obviously, you lost to Bressingham, who I would not have seeded 19th.
Yes,
And I also don't think I think Derp was underseeded at 16. So obviously, you keep saying like they can't all be underseeded. But at the same time,
it's there. Like if everyone's underseeded, it's like, wait, what's going on? I think that just goes to show, like, the amount of people and how strong this tournament is actually like really crazy, right? Like, the level of play that everyone's kind of like showing is just so high that it's like, I mean, if someone's underseeded, how do you say like how could you who do you put above them, right? There's so many good people.
Yeah, I mean, because of what's happening, I mean, you're going to see there's literally going to be 2 top 8 seeds that are going to get 13th in this tournament, or 13th at best, because because of the upsets. Like, if the 1, 4, 5, and 8 win their next rounds, it's going to be 1, 8, and 4, 5 for 13th down there in the losers bracket. And I'm just like, go into the losers bracket. It's sharks swimming and smelling blood. Like, you do not want to be down there.
Ooh, but I'm getting through this fight. That's kind of like the final last hurdle to get across, but doing just fine. And yeah, like, it's funny, we're talking about those power bombs earlier. It's funny. You remember the start of the seed? Just had like 30 power bombs, or sorry, 30 supers,
30
like
supers
right off
immediately. Yeah.
But then we were just kind of like slow on the power bombs, and then they ended up finding the second power bomb back in jail in LA, which is like kind of sketchy. It's kind of funny how this all kind of works out.
Really sketchy, honestly. Yeah. Like, obviously we know that like there was a spring ball available to save the 1 power bomb they needed, but like that, I mean, like I was talking about how 3 out of 4 times that element was really good when they found it, but like it was 3 out of 4 bosses, and also they needed a power bomb or a good item at the fire flea, and they got the former.
But yeah, definitely well played by Zeb. This has been a great series right now. But Zeb making, I would say, the choices, I would say, kind of favoring Zeb a little bit, but also just obviously playing incredibly well, being one of the top seeds. This has been an exciting one.
We are approaching the end of this. I'm going to pull up both the bracket and the schedule and tell you what's going on here soon in this tournament. Tomorrow is like the most ridiculous day ever. Everyone decided to play their matches this week tomorrow. So what do we have? We have Plumps versus Green Frapper, 2 games. We have Eddie, my co-commentator, versus Junie, 3 games. Those both start at 6 p.m. Eastern, those series. Starting at 8 Eastern, a series between Kip and Sluggers, the aforementioned underseeded double-digit seeds. A couple of years ago, that was the finals of this tournament, same mode, same Speedgaming Live type of deal. So, like, that's going to be crazy. Rounding off at midnight Eastern, Friday morning, Tullamore versus Audraxis, one of those people that got upset and is down there in the losers bracket. So, yeah, tomorrow's insane. Currently, everything has a channel assigned for the first 3 series. Unsure about that last one, starting at midnight Friday. But yeah, if you are home between 6 p.m. Eastern and like 3 a.m., there will be Super Metroid on your on your Twitch airwaves.
Yep, when we get towards the end of the week, kind of when all the schedules are open up, so it's going to be quite exciting. Excited to play, but also just watch a bunch of these matches. It's gonna be great. We're getting into such a spicy time of the bracket where all these matches, like all the matches are just so good. Right? Wild.
Yeah, you definitely want to finish your. You want to get that over in 2, win or lose, so you can watch Kip First Orders. That's in my opinion, the marquee matchup of tomorrow. It's also the only one that's in the winners bracket. So yeah, grab your popcorn, grab your candy of choice. Call off early from work.
Grab your 8-ball.
Put your kids to bed early. Tell your wife go out with her girlfriends. Your husband go out with his boys. And come back with us and watch some Super Metroid. I'm hoping to be commentating some there. We need actually everything needs a tracker in the early evening, and then there's a tracker signed up for that late night Audra versus Tullamore series, but no commentators. So if you're out there and you wanna push some buttons and be shouted out by the commentators on stream, feel free to sign up. And yeah, Zeb's in there, winner of this race. 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 6 seconds. That's a 2-0 series win for Zeb. He's throwing back his beverage of choice in excitement. He's feeling good about this. Like I said, it's been Upset City, and he's happy to have avoided. He did not take. He took the left at Albuquerque. He didn't decide to go there. So, welcome into the commentary booth. Both of our runners, GGC both.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, GG Zeb.
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to say is that Zeb, I have a practice session set up with you with Eddie to learn pit lists, so you'll never fail it again.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, give us your thoughts on seed number 2. I'll start with our winner, Zeb.
I felt really bad about it. Like, I felt pretty stupid taking the spring ball at Gauntlet and going back to do Mama Turtle at that point. Like, I didn't feel good about that. Like, I want... It's hard in that kind of situation because, like, I hate these early Varia seeds. They're just, like... They have really high variance. Like, it feels like whoever kind of gets the item first wins, kind of, where the gravity seeds don't really feel like that. They feel like you can kind of get an amalgamation of items to win the game. Varia, you just, like, need the very specific items. So it's, like, when there are opportunities for route divergence, which there were tons in the seed, like, there was so much, like, ability to, like, do things in different orders and whatnot. The order you check stuff matters so much in these kinds of seeds, and it felt really bad because I was checking, like, slow stuff too. Like I checked Mama Turtle because I felt like I was never getting back to it if I didn't. But I also felt pretty bad because I didn't get the back of Gauntlet, which could have been power bombs. Like, it was, and like I was thinking about doing Mama Turtle instantly coming out of Lore Warfare. I didn't, so there's a lot I want to say, I guess, about this seed, because I was really strongly considering doing the reverse acid dive there. And I decided not to because there was enough disaster scenarios for me that I decided not to. Like, basically, like, Front of East Meridia is really bad, Brockmire's really bad, and then if there's Kraid there with Dragon, what the heck am I supposed to do in that situation? Like I can't escape Dragon. Like, so yeah, this seed was pretty, like, it felt like it was a very high variant seed in terms of, like, there's just, like, a lot of different decisions you can make, and, like, just making the right one saves a ton of time. So
yeah, we were wondering about the kind of what you're the reverse acid dive, because we're kind of thinking, like, it makes sense to do that. Clearly, obviously Glove went ahead and did that, but I understood that, like, it's kind of a sketchy situation as well, because you can get into these awkward situations, even though, like, more than likely it just turns out okay. But we were definitely, so I think Glove decided to make that play, and that would have worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah, with the business center there, it, I think, ends up being pretty decent. Although I heard that Glove had some issues with that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. I took, like, a couple bad hits, and then I think I just got in my own head, and shambles ensued.
I think you were you thinking about checking the GT, but trying to figure out if you had a way out of there as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's, like, that's something where I'm like, I don't want to be put in a situation where I have to do this stupid CWJ.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking about, like, if Dragon is at the front of Wreck Ship, maybe I would check GT in that situation to, like, try to find something to be able to beat Dragon with, but, like, it's so bad. Like, that CWJ is stupid.
The CWJ is stupid. I'm not gonna spend, like, minutes leaving that. Like, it's perfectly fine to save scum it if you're coming from the front, but I don't think there is a world in which you go up the elevator, save, come back down, and check GT. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think and play and got out of sorts, and then I just, like, sort of the more you mess stuff up, the harder it is to like recenter yourself. So it seems like it didn't make a difference. From, I guess Nevdi said it was like 3 minutes and 22 seconds I lost or something, and
I think maybe the second death cost you that much, but both of them combined, I'm not sure. It's hard to say, obviously.
I don't know. Regardless, I mean, it is what it is. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna belabor the point, obviously.
That's one of those things. It's one of those situations where, like, honestly, you are just hoping your opponent finishes sooner so that you don't have to be like, okay, how hard did I fumble the bag this time?
Yeah, yeah.
But
we could just say Zeb got lucky for finding speed random.
Yeah, that I think that decision's defensible.
From my perspective, Glove got lucky finding ice.
No, but see, that was deserved, and yours was not. That's the thing.
Wait, okay, I'm trying to remember where ice was now.
Ice was
right super.
Right super. Nevdi bet his entire mortgage that you're gonna.
Sorry,
I was thinking about checking. I agree with your decision. If I wanted to check right super, I could do it after Ridley, and I found bombs at Ridley, and I was all like, okay, I'm just gonna like try to find another power bomb somewhere. Like, I've got 10, I just need one more. Like, right super needs to be exactly ice or speed for it to be worth it. There's so many items left in the game. Like, it's just like, it's a pretty long check for something like that, so I really didn't want to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Only other big question I had about this second seed. So both of you did Bubble Mountain, you did Bubble Mountain, and you like came in and left like that side without doing Business Center. Similar time. That was another question I had, just because I don't know if either of you were ever thinking like that was another way that you could maybe like also route this in a way that probably saves quite a bit of time. But yeah, I don't know.
What did you ask? Sorry.
So like not doing Business Center when you were at Bubble Mountain, and then both of you eventually did it after Ellen.
I felt horrible about not doing it. Like the entire seed, I'm just thinking I want to go back to Bubble Mountain. How do I get back to Bubble Mountain? And like that's part of the reason I felt so bad about doing it like the gauntlet. I was like, man, I've got Bubble Mountain outstanding, or like Business Center outstanding, like, and I'm doing this gauntlet, like that can't be a suit. Like, what am I doing? Kind of a thing. And I find Spring Ball there, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm taking this to Momotaro because I'm never getting back there if I don't do it now. But I'm still like delaying that Bubble Mountain even longer. And it's like, I was really happy when it wasn't Gravity there. Like, I would have felt very dead if it was. Like, but
the route here, I think it's actually kind of weird because I think it's pretty hard to justify, like, even if you went over to Business Center early, I think it's pretty hard to justify doing front-to-front LN. Which is, like, what you need to get back to the wreck ship. The way that I ended up doing things, it was like wreck ship had to be the answer, essentially, so... I mean, like, I'm not even super upset with my route if I just hadn't taken those deaths. I'm trying to remember the seed right now.
It's pretty hard after playing two, honestly.
The beginning of it was kind of... Yeah, the portals at the beginning were kind of weird because, it took forever. I mean, obviously, as we ended up finding out, there was only one entrance to both Wreck Ship and East Meridia, so those took a while to find. And, other stuff. But, yeah. That made a good point about, like, if you do Business Center first... Either you do Wreck Ship first and you don't want to go back there for the gravity that's there, or you do Wreck Ship probably front to back because you don't know the back. So it was hard either way. In ways that I hadn't fully understood when I asked.
Yeah. I think the more compelling thing is like I think there's an argument to be made. Like, it was so awkward getting Green Brain and finding Red Tower and then Upper Norfair.
Mm-hmm. What did you do at that, by the way?
Yeah, you did different things.
So I saw the Red Bryn, left without checking any portals from it because I was like,
Yep,
okay,
same.
pretty much like I'm gonna be taking this.
Yep.
I went down to Upper Norfair. Did like the major item checks. Check single chamber. Then from there, that leads to criteria. So I check the other portal that's there and Terminator. Then go back into Upper Norfair. Check Chronic Boost. You can't follow that. And then I go back to Green Bryn and then use that to get to Red Tower.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I went straight back into Red Tower there, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. Like, I don't know if I like that I did that.
I think it's a weird decision to make. I think if if the two portals were reversed and I found Upper Norfair and then Red Bryn, I'm following the Red Bryn.
Yeah,
I kind of like, if I have two options that I'm like trying to think about between, I'll take the closer one.
I honestly think that if it had been... So that was one of the two bad Upper Norfair portals, kind of. Because it's not like right next to any item. If it had been one of the other, like if it had been single chamber or the elevator portals, I definitely would have just gone into Upper Norfair there. Like,
right.
But yeah, because it was the bad one, I was like, well, odds are pretty good that in Red Tower I'm gonna find another Upper Norfair. I actually had, I think, more Upper Norfair portals remaining than Red Tower portals at that point. And so I was like, well, I guess I didn't want to abandon the two Red Tower items because I feel like it's easier to abandon those than to abandon the Upper Norfair items, was kind of my thought. But like, I don't know that that's worth enough to like go back through Green Hills to get to Red Tower.
Yeah. It was funny, like with the way the route ended up, because I ended up going back to Red Tower anyway, like going up Green Hills. Like, I ended up in a situation after grabbing everything in Red Tower where the most convenient way to get back to Criteria was to fall down West Meridia.
Oh.
So, and you get to check Mama Turtle along the way. I didn't get the PB bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. But it didn't end up mattering because I didn't find Char. Well, it would have saved a bit of time because my green gate glitch or blue gate glitches were a bit on the struggle bus, but
yeah, it helped for my baby skip too.
Zeb, I've got a quick question for you in game one. Did you consider the reverse acid?
I actually didn't, but like thinking back on it, I should have. Like, I'm not sure if I would have done it still. It might be like overly safe not doing it.
I may have called you a coward.
Yeah, I think I was. Because it definitely was way better. It's way faster to do that reverse acid dive there.
You would have had to farm supers.
Yeah, I was still only on 14 supers, so.
And like, it's hard to have been thinking about it when you like picked up the Firefleet tank when you were coming down as well.
Also, how sick was it that I ended on 2 energy after grapple killing Dragon?
That was
that was crazy.
And then the E-tank there, so I got to keep my reserves.
That was actually crazy. I felt like that seed, like everything kind of worked out for you. In a really good manner.
So that seed, I don't know if I like how I played that seed either. Like, both of these seeds, I'm like, I don't know if I liked how I played either of these. Like,
oh, so you're saying random's all luck, no skill, huh? Okay.
Yeah. But like the first seed glove, I didn't check any bosses ever until like East Meridia. So I like went into East Meridia and then I kill Fantoon. And then I come out and I go straight into Wreck Ship and I just skip the boss there. I go straight into Upper Norfair.
Oh my god.
And I was thinking there's a 2/3 chance there's Business Center here. And then it's like Chronic Boost, and I'm like, oh gosh dang it, but like now I'm not going back in to fight the boss. Like I'm not going back now. So
we were pretty sure there was a really good chance that Glove's Ridley knowledge there actually was going to pay off pretty big because of what was going on with you.
Yeah.
But it turned out okay for you in the end.
Yeah.
The big thing seed 1 was the gravity location.
Yeah, that was like literally, I mean, my face cam was on stream. I don't know if you can like see it, but like
we saw.
Well, okay, yeah, but like
literally may not have been red.
Like, okay, finding it sucked, but like literally, I found the West Meridia, like top right West Meridia portal.
Yeah.
I basically hit down to go down the elevator, and then I'm like, wait, it would have been like a million times better to just fall down Meridia there. I get the Mama Turtle check, and I basically get back where I'm going, like not that much not that much slower.
That always feels. That always just like. But it sucks when that happens.
Like as soon as you're falling down, like as soon as you're going down the elevator, you cannot justify going back up the elevator to fall down West Meridia. I don't think.
When you have like other options.
Right. Because, I mean, like, Mama Turtle needed to be specifically gravity. But, like, I mean, that's kind of the thing, though, is, like, if you make minor mistakes that, like, increase your percentage you get screwed, then you will get screwed more often.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the first seed was also...
Yeah.
First seed was also really weird. Like, it had, like, such low energy for so long, and, like, there were no supers available. We were like, I was at least stuck on like 25 supers trying to prepare for a Ridley for so long.
Yeah,
and, I just wasn't finding E either. Like it was like I wanted to go into East Meridian and then do the boss and then like have enough for like a potential Ridley at Kraid too, so I could like do both there. But like yeah, it was not great.
Yeah, I messed up crab supers and both times actually, and so I ended up not getting the super there, which was pretty significant. And like, yeah, I mean, like you knew, or at least the way that I played the map, it was like I knew sort of the further I go on, it's like, okay, if I don't come back for this, like if I can't come back for this Kraid's lair and kill Ridley now, then the map gets a lot worse. And it kind of didn't end up being that way exactly, because like it would have been extremely difficult for me to be in a situation where I could actually like do reverse acid dive to go from LN to just get spat out right by Turian, but like that seed, yeah, like you said, it was a weird seed. I thought it was a fun one to play.
Yeah, like even like the Ridley knowledge, me not doing wreck ship there, me not doing the boss, I think routed a bit worse than I could have. I think I would have been able to go into criteria instead of going back through wreck ship.
Right.
Otherwise, I think I might have played a little too scared with bosses. Like, I think that I was basically saying like I'm in go mode. I really don't want to like lose the time to checking up Ridley, kind of. Like, I want to avoid that, and, like, odds were pretty good also that I'm just going to find Varia in Upper Norfair somewhere. So, like, and as soon as I find that, then I can just, like, do the good route to the end of the game, where you go back through Wreck Ship, then you do Kraid, then you do Lower Norfair back to front, and finish. Or, like, if I don't find Varia, then I'm finding enough to be able to beat the game anyway, kind of. Was my thought, and like I once I saw the wreck ship and like once I saw that portal, that's the route that I had in my head, where I wanted to start on the left side of Upper Norfair and then move my way to the right side so that I could finish over there again. But yeah,
that's why you did that way. Interesting.
Yeah, like if I start on the Bull Mountain side and then I go to Business Center side, how am I getting back to wreck ship? Like, I know the two portals, they're Torian and Lower Norfair front, most likely. Like, what I'm doing the Cathedral Hub run again? Like, that's horrible. Like, I want to keep my energy up for Ridley, potentially. Like, or... Yeah, I really didn't want to do that, so...
And also let you get charged first and not collect. Like, I think Glove had like 85 missiles in that seed. It was absurd.
Yeah, I was working towards that ammo.
Yeah, I stopped at 55. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Love, this is the winners quarterfinals. So though you're getting knocked into the lower bracket, you do have some time to play. Your future round matchup is going to be one of MM2, Diggy Diggy Dang, Aussie, or Zosty. So that's going to be a fun one, but still making it really far in the winners quarterfinals. So obviously it's not like you're not like me getting knocked out in the previous round. A gauntlet of people I need to play. But Zeb, you're going to be heading over into the next round, where you'll be playing between the winner
I'll be
of
playing Bressingham, I think. So.
Wow, calling a shot.
Where's Cutie? Where's Cutie?
Like
Where's
Babe Ruth
Farfboy?
pointing to left field, man.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, both of you are probably going to be waiting for a while, unfortunately. Actually, I guess in theory, you're both waiting on 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Both
Get
of
into
you make-
practice ROM and, run some seeds. Or just, get on commentary and talk trash about everyone else. That's what I do.
Well, that's what I do too. All right, call Zeb a coward. I'll do it again.
As you're getting knocked out of the tournament.
Hey, go down swinging. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, I have my work cut out for a lot of.
You miss 100% of the insults that don't leave your brain. That's the saying, right?
Yeah. Any final words between all of you guys?
GG Zeb. I want to say this is the first time we've played in a tournament.
Yeah, I think like at least like matched up like this. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
So that's fun. Excited to see you move on. Frustrated with my performance, but like you played really well today. So best of luck. Best of luck against your mystery opponent. I'm not calling it. And yeah, I'm really excited to play whoever I get to play. I mean, I wish I would have an easier matchup, but
the top part of the bracket did not want that to happen in losers. It's a
Jesus.
It's a minefield down there.
Yeah, I mean, Dang, I don't know super well, but they seem cool from what I've seen. MM2 would be cool to play. He's my friend. Zos would be cool to play because he's Zos. Aussie would be cool to play because I'm #1 Aussie simp. Also, it would be, I've got a bit of a grudge to.
He's an elusive guy. Like, if you don't play him now, it could be 3 years before you get another chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's been 2 years since I played him last. Yeah, I do have. Yeah, I do have a. Yeah, so
you got a grudge right there. You got a bone to pick with Zos.
Yeah, I got beef all around, I guess. Anyway, excited to play whomever it is I get to play in, I guess, a couple weeks. Thanks y'all for doing comms. DJ Webb, Eddie, thanks Plumps for tracking.
Yeah. I also just kind of want to say GG Glove again. Glad I got to play you in this, because we haven't really played much in tournament matches before.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to win in loser bracket because I had you finishing 4th in my prediction, and I can't have you messing that up. So I need you to start winning more.
If anyone's prediction
then,
has any chance of being anything close to like symboling correct, like who are you and what have you done? But yeah, sorry, I cut you off, Zeb.
Yeah, don't worry. Just gonna say good luck in whoever you're playing next. I think it should be fun. I also wanted to. You were talking about Dang earlier. I want to shout him out because he's been playing super well. Like watching some of his races, I think that he's like, for a 30 seed, he does not look like a 30 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So he's
I mean, that was your first round opponent, right, Eddie? I mean, I think the plot armor came through in that race. Like, yeah,
plot armor came through. Yeah, yeah. The plot armor came through me. Dang would have had me, I think, in that one. Dang also knocking out Smollett. It was very, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
There's
As we said.
everyone's good here. Everyone's good here.
Now I'm invested to see if Glove gets whatever she's going for 10 minutes ago.
I'm not going for anything.
Just messing around.
Yeah, I'm doing the equivalent of like just running around in an MMO.
Fair enough.
I do that sometimes too in Super Metroid.
DJ, you wanna take us out here, DJ?
The first thing I want to do is ask if either of our runners want to commentate Kip versus Floaters with me tomorrow, because currently I'm the only commentator signed up. So feel free to do that. It'd be great.
When is it?
8 tomorrow is the start.
PM?
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do that.
I don't think I'm doing anything. That's a sick matchup.
It really is. But yeah.
I'll
than
check.
that,
I might.
alrighty, sounds good. So yeah, we've talked about the schedule a little bit before you came on. I gave everyone a shout out in the chat a little bit ago. If you want to follow either of our amazing runners or the commentary team, feel free. Like I said, stacked schedule tomorrow. Every one wanted to race tomorrow. Hopefully we will see many of you again tomorrow. Until then, for Eddie and Plumps, I've been DJ Webb, and we will see you all next mission.